Okay, I am not sure what went wrong just now because we actually started and I realized that it wasn't streaming. So, good morning, welcome everyone. Let me just give you that formal introduction again. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm really happy to have you all here. And it is that time again where we are going to start our prep or practice for our performance task exams, for our ability test exams, and curriculum based task exams. Now, I want to encourage you to ensure you have your pencils, your erasers, your sharpeners, and definitely your books ready. All right, so we will be looking at the performance task Christmas party. And as usual, I always want to give you something very brand new. So we are going to be exploring the task Christmas party. Now, before we begin, I want you to go ahead in the chat and tell me which school are you tuning to us in from? Which school do you attend? Go ahead and share that in the chat. All right, I start to see persons coming in from Midland Prep. Welcome everyone here from Midland Prep, Kendall Primary. I want you, Eltham Park Primary, I want you to go ahead and share this link with all your classmates. It's very important that your classmates and your friends get to benefit from this session. So go ahead, share. Welcome, Crescent Primary, Cloncarty, Bellas Gate, and some city. Welcome. And for those adults who are here, I welcome you just the same. So, we are going to be looking at this performance task called the Christmas party. And of course, I believe you all would have gone to Christmas parties before, yes? Here in Jamaica, we call it class party. And before the whole coronavirus crisis that we're experiencing now, we were always able to enjoy our Christmas parties. Now, in this task, we will be exploring some different concepts in math because performance task is really a multifaceted kind of task where you have many different topics coming into one for you to solve this one mathematics story. Now, we're going to be exploring tasks with area, perimeter, money, fractions, and a little bit of other concepts will be coming up, but we will be focusing on these four here. Now, have you been to a Christmas party? Class party, as we call it. Have you ever been to a Christmas party? And if so, tell us, how was it for you? Was it good? Did you enjoy it? What were some of those things that you did? Did you eat food? What kind of food? Was there music, games? Let us know. Let us know right here in the chat. Now, I myself have been to class parties before, and I've also hosted some too. So I want to hear, have you been to class party? What are some of the things that have been there? Okay, I see persons saying that no, they have never been to a class party. And so for the persons who have never been to a class party, I will be telling you what a class party is like. So, a Christmas party slash class party is one that is usually done in December, perhaps the last day of school in December. So next week Friday must have been your last day in school. Normally teachers keep a class party or Christmas parties on the last or second to last day of school. And at that party we have some very child friendly music playing and persons are enjoying themselves. We have games, outdoor games, board games, all kinds of games. And also we have food, and Gamer God says we have food and gifts. Yes, we have food, we have gifts. So sometimes, yes, we have a secret pen pal thing going on, and persons are, buying gifts and exchanging with their classmates, with their friends, and with their teachers sometimes. And definitely, every party needs food, right? Every party needs food. And just like a Christmas party, we will have food. So some of the things that we have there, we have like cakes. So the persons who have been to a Christmas party, go ahead and tell us what are some things we always have at Christmas parties. So J.K. Mullings say games, we have food. Yes, we call it class party, Dante. We have gifts. I see persons sharing here in the chat. Go ahead. Tayamo says music, game, and they eat jerk chicken. Nice. Sounds really good. Not Chloe says, what's that? Soup or noodles? I don't know. Food. All right. Yes. So we have food. What kind of food do we usually have? Tell me, what kind of food do we normally have at these Christmas parties? Yes, Carissa, everyone is having fun. Definitely. Snow cone. Vanessa says snow cone. Juice, gifts, drinks. All right, KFC. Definitely. Gifts, games. We're all saying the things. Chips, Christmas cake. Yeah, definitely. We have all those kind of things, chicken and fish, festival, cake, pizza. Oh yes, cupcakes. So I see you all, turkey. I see fruitcake. I see you all sharing in the chat of the different things that you have had at Christmas parties in the past. Now, I too, we have those things. Yes, we have balloons and Burger King and ice cream, sodas, all those things that you're saying. Wonderful. Yes, we have those things at the class party. So it's basically a little party for those who have never been. So a little party. We share food, gifts, games, and all those things, and we have fun. So let us get into this task of Christmas party now that we all have an idea of what a Christmas party is. So it's almost the end of term one, and your teacher, Miss Timmy, is planning a Christmas party for the class. Wow, sounds fun. Now, there are 30 students in your class, and all of them will be there. Help Miss Timmy decide on the food items they can have at the party. And we have definitely covered that part already because there you are in the chat telling me all those things that are normally at class parties. Go ahead, take a screenshot of this screen because you know in a performance task, all the different parts of the task they're all equal. They all have something to do with the next part of the task. And before I go any further, I need to welcome those new grade 4 students because last year we wouldn't have those grade 4 students. They weren't ready for PEP, but now they are here. Welcome, new grade 4 students. And I know most likely you would have been starting some performance task in your class. But let me just give you a synopsis of what that is. It's a mathematics story. It is basically a real life story where you just have to solve some problems using math to have your end result or to come up with a product or something. And in this one, we're planning for a class party. So we're going to go through all the different things we must go through when planning for a party. Welcome. Welcome, Tristan Jaden from grade 4. Awesome. So I hope you have taken a screenshot here. We are going to move on. All right. So after a discussion with you, Miss Timmy decides that these are the things that will be at the party. Now, you and Miss Timmy talk about a lot of different things that we can have at the party, right? But Miss Timmy decides that, okay, we're going to have a cake, we're going to have pizza, we're going to have some chicken wings, maybe from KFC or so. We're going to have sandwiches. I didn't see anyone you share sandwiches. Yes, sometimes we have sandwiches at these parties. There will be juice and there will be water. Go ahead, as usual, take a screenshot of these different slides because they're all going to be important eventually in some other part of the task. All right. Now, the list was written and Miss Timmy is now trying to decide between two stores to buy the cake, the juice, the water, and the things for the sandwiches. Now, there are two stores. One store is the Navy Superstore. They sell many things. They sell cakes, juices, water. They sell the bread, the cheese, the corned beef, those kind of grocery items. They sell other things there. So at Navy Superstore, this is the price list. This is what they sell and the prices. Now we also have Joe's Shopping Center. And at Joe's Shopping Center, they sell the same things, but because sometimes when we're actually planning these things, we have to shop around and we have to decide which one of these are most cost effective. So we need to know which store is most economical. Now it says that each child is entitled to 2 boxes of juice. Those small delight fruit juice, those kinds. So each child is entitled to 2 boxes of juice and 1 bottle of water. Each child will get 2 triangular sandwiches. So those are some things we have to think about before we start to compare these stores though, to see, which one is cheaper or more economical. Let us think about those triangular sandwiches. Now, if you look here, it says one bread has 12 slices in it. But let's think about the triangular sandwiches. Do you know the triangular sandwiches that we're talking about? How do we make triangular sandwiches? Share in the chat. Triangular sandwiches. How do we make triangular sandwiches? Okay, so I see persons already saying Joe's Shopping Center and Navy. And to be honest with you, I am here to explore this task with you. I have no idea which one is more economical, but we are going to be doing it together. All right, so go ahead and tell me, how do we make triangular sandwiches? Have you made sandwiches before, like corned beef sandwich or cheese sandwich? How do we get them to be triangular? Yes, Tristan, we cut it, but how do we cut it? Very good. How do we cut those sandwiches to get them triangular? Yes, we cut it in half. Do we cut it in half horizontally, vertically, or what? I need to hear. We cut it how? How do we make it in a triangle? Daima says we cut it diagonally. Yes, we must cut it diagonally. That is the only way to get it in a triangular sandwich. So here, before we go there, right, good Jayla, before we go any further though, we can think about the bread right here. Let's look at the bread. If it has 12 slices, if one bread has 12 slices in it, and it says that each child will get 2 triangular sandwiches. Can you tell me then how many slices of bread we'll need? Can we think about that? Maybe you don't have to solve that just yet, but go ahead and do your calculations so that we can determine whether Navy Superstore or Joe's Shopping Center is more economical to shop for these things for the party. Now, let us look first at the vanilla cake. At Navy Superstore, one vanilla cake is 5 kilograms, and the one vanilla cake at Joe's Shopping Center is the same 5 kilograms. Now, that's the weight, the mass of the cake, and one vanilla cake. So it's the same size cake we're looking at both stores. At Navy Superstore, it's for $6,200, and at Joe's Shopping Center, it's for $5,800. All right, so let us go ahead and go to the different items at each store to see how much will it cost at each store to pay for, to pay for all the things that we're buying at that store in opposed to buying from the other store. So go ahead, get your book, start calculating, and let's see. All right. So I need to see some working in the chat, not just an answer. I need to see what you are doing in the chat. All right? So first I'm going to think about the fruit juices. A case of 1 dozen. Now, remember, there are some things that we need to take in consideration. How many students will be at the class party? How many students will be at the class party? That is something we must take into consideration. All right, I see persons calculating about the bread. All right, all right, all right. Let's just start from the top. It might be better if we start from the top. I just wanted to point out that, each child will get 2 triangle sandwiches there for the bread, and each bread has 12 slices. So let's start from the top. We looked at vanilla cake. It's the same size at both stores, but it costs differently. At Navy Superstore, we realized that it's a little more expensive, like $400 more expensive than Joe's Shopping Center. But that's not the only thing that we're buying at the stores. We're also buying some fruit juices. Now, we have 30 students. Thank you, guys. 30 students coming to the class party. And with those 30 students, it is said here that each child will get 2 boxes of juice. And so, yes, I see you guys ahead of me in the chat, and I love when you're ahead of me. Yes, I see you guys saying that we'll need 60 juices in all. So if one case has 1 dozen, tell me, how many cases do we need? How many cases do we need? So we need 60 juices. One case has 1 dozen. How many cases do we need? And tell me, how will you know that? So yes, I see person saying 2 times 30 gives us 60. Great, wonderful. Because if each child will get 2 boxes of juices, it means we must multiply 2 by the number of children that will be at the party. So that will give us 60 juices in all that we need for the children at the party. Now, how many cases? I see persons responding with some numbers in the chat. Now, guys, for the new persons here, you know that just writing a number in the chat is not enough. You need to write I don't know, 5 students, 5 cases, 5 slices of bread. I don't know, but you need to tell me what those numbers mean. So can you go ahead and tell me how many cases of juice do we need? I see Cristiano saying 8 case. I see Marcia saying 5 case. No, good. 5 cases. We need to say cases, right? I see Casey about saying 5 cases, and she's showing here 60 divided by 12 equals 5. Good. So I see persons explaining. I see member public saying 12 times 5 equals 60. So we need 60 juices now. Yes, but what if we didn't know that we need 5 cases all along? We instead of multiplying to figure that out, we will definitely need to divide. Definitely. And I see Quibibi Smith saying that 12 is 1 dozen, so 12 times 5 is 60. All right. All right, guys. Yes, you are also correct, because if we need 60 juices, if it is that we need 60 juices, and each case comes with 12 in it, it means then that 60 divided by 12 will give us 5 cases. So yes, we have 5 cases there for the juices. Now, since we need 5 cases for the juices, how much will we spend for juice in all? How much will we spend for juice in all? Go ahead and give us your answer along with your explanation in the chat. Good. Yes, we definitely need 5 cases. Right. All right, so while others are figuring out how much money we'll spend for the fruit juices and all, I will go ahead and explain for those who are just joining. So we are trying to figure out how many fruit juices we will need because there are 30 students in the class and all 30 students will be coming to the class party. Now, it says here right at the bottom, it says that each child will get 2 boxes of juice. This is the fruit juice price, and it says that one case has 1 dozen in it. So, with this being said, persons have already done their calculation, and they have said that 1 dozen is equal to 12 juices in all. And since it is that they need 60 juices because 2 boxes of juice times 30 students give us 60 juices in all. Then we just need to divide 60 by 1 dozen to see how many cases we need, and that is 5 cases. So I'm seeing persons here putting some numbers in the chat now. We're talking about how much will it cost to buy those fruit juices. I'm seeing numbers. I'm not even seeing a dollar sign, and I don't see a sentence. So I really do not know what we're answering to. Guys, please remember to use your sentences. All right, answer in a sentence so that we can be very sure what you're answering to. So we're already working out for Navy Superstore. That is what we're focusing on first. So I see Tyree saying 5,600. You must multiply 1,120 by the 5, and you get from dividing 60 by 12. Okay, but you need your unit. $5,600 for the fruit punch, Jay-Z says. And please note, I'm just looking at those that I know what we're talking about. $5,600 for the fruit juice. The Bashir says yes. That is what I want to see. I want to see us writing our answers in a sentence so that I know what you're really answering to. So of course, in order to find this, I see persons sharing and explaining. We're not yet looking at Joe's Shopping Center. We are looking at Navy's fruit store, and we are here at fruit juices. See some people calculating for water, but we are here at fruit juices, not water as yet. All right, so 5 times 1,120 gives us $5,600. And I'm going to just go ahead to ensure that we are on the same. Let me change the color here. Place. So I'm going to write the total in red. So we can always have that in the final part so we can do our calculations. So here we have $5,600 for all the fruit juices that we need. All right, I hope we all got that. I hope we all got that. Now let us, okay, good. I realize that we all have that. All right, let us go right ahead now to water. It says a small bottle of water comes in cases of 2 dozen. So in one case, there are 2 dozen water. Now remember how many children we're catering for, how many bottles of water each child will get, what's the cost for one case. Let us go ahead and let us try to solve for the small water. One case has 2 dozen, and that one case with 2 dozen costs $1,650. Can you first tell me though how many cases we will need for this? How many cases of water do we need? All right. How many cases of water do we need? I see 5 cases, but I don't know if you're talking about the juice or the water, Lot and Nikki channel. I need you to focus and tell me. Water. Water. Okay, so Carice and Cherise says I think it is 3 cases. You need to have cases there. 30 cases of water, Faith Burton. Not Chloe says 2 cases. C Plays and Brawl Stars say 1.5 case. Cash says 12 cases. All right. So I see lots of person. I see Curzon saying 10 cases of water. All right. All right. So let us think about it. Remember now we have 30 students. 30 students coming to the party. 30 students of means that we need 30 bottles of water. If one case holds 2 dozen, how many bottles of water is that so far? One case holds 2 dozen. How many bottles of water is that? Not 24 case of water, but 24 bottles of water. A 2 dozen case, one case with 2 dozen water is 20. Thank you, Marcia Thomas. 24 water, not 24 cases. 24 bottles of water. So far, if we buy one case, we would have covered 24 bottles of water out of the 30 bottles of water. But how many do we have left? We have 30 students coming, and if we buy one case, and that is going to be for 24 students, how many students are left to get? And how could we get that amount? Six more. Thank you, Kalisha Brown. Now, six more. So, yes, I see Cheyenne saying one case and 6 waters. Now, yes, one case and 6 water. How do you think we can figure out how much the 6 water will cost? So we have 30 students, one case covers 24. We need 6 more bottle of water. So tell me, how can we figure out how much that 6 water will cost? So we know that one case of 2 dozen is $1,650. Go ahead and let me see in the chat. How can we figure out what the cost what the cost will be for that remaining 6 bottles of water? Mr. Beast Japan says 1.25 case. Very good. 1.25 case. Can you tell us how you got 1.25 case? Beast Japan. Yes, yes, Jayla Marie, we could resort to another case of water, but we know as well that we can always buy a half a case of water, a quarter case of water, or 3 out of a case or something. So tell us, how could we figure out how to determine or what we will pay for that 6 water? Now, 6 water represents what of the case? What fraction of the case with 2 dozen will 6 represent? Those are some things we have to think about. Yes, by half a dozen. But if we're looking at the case holding 2 dozen, what do you think? All right. C Place says find a quarter of the price. Come on, guys. Precision makes sense. A quarter of which price? A quarter of the price of 1 dozen, a quarter of the price of the case which holds 2 dozen. Come on. All right. I'm reading some of your explanations here. Find a quarter of the price to find the six water. Yes. Show me. Can you show me okay, I see Marcia Thomas says a quarter of 1,650. A quarter of 1,650. Very good, Marcia. So what is a quarter of 1,650? How will we determine that? How are we going to find a quarter of 1,650? And when you go ahead and you find it, if you end up with a decimal or any cents in your response, go ahead and round it up to the or round it to the nearest dollar. Round it up or round it down to the okay, Yannick Llewellyn says if we divide 1,650 by 4, yes, very good. If we divide 1,650 by 4, I see Devashir James says we'll get 412.5. Now we're talking about dollars and cents. So tell us, 412.5 is what? And we're rounding it to the nearest dollar. What would it cost for the six bottles of water? Well, very good, Chloe. Not Chloe says. Miss just buy the other case. So far, we haven't gotten a budget, so that means we can buy the other case. Well, you've got a really good point there. But at the end of the day, remember we're talking about the most economical. That simply means that the teacher, Miss Timmy, she's trying to see what's the least she can spend. So we're not buying a whole case. I see Chevanese Williams say 400, 12.2. But I see Salim and Sage saying $413. Thank you for that. So yes, 412 and dollars and 50 cents, Marcia Thomas. Remember your dollar sign. When rounded up, it's $413. So we have $413 for six, and we have 1,650 for one case. How much will we spend on water in all at Navy Superstore? How much will we spend for water and all? I see Skank 28 saying 6,865. I don't know what you're talking about. Guys, we have to ensure we either write a sentence or we put something in our sentence for us to understand. Well, for the persons who are just joining, I would not suggest that you start it over, because if you start the live over, you won't be able to interact with us in live and real time. But you can go ahead and you can watch this over from the beginning when we're ending. But for understanding purposes, I will be going over some of the main points. We're basically at the first set of calculations, so you have not missed much. From this set of calculation, though, it is good to note that there are 30 students going to the party. All right, so let me see what you guys have. Okay, I see Devashia James saying 1,650 plus 413 is equal to 2,063. Now remember now, we need our units. I need to see some dollar sign, girl. We need to see some dollar sign. No dollar sign, I don't know what we're talking about. Come on. All right, so I see Angela Cook, and she says 2,063, and then she put her dollar sign here. Hold on a little. So I see persons writing their answers like this: 2063. And yes, your calculation is correct, but we do not put our dollar sign at the end right here. No, that is not where our dollar sign goes. This is not where our dollar sign goes. So we're going to erase that. We put our dollar sign at the beginning of the number here. Right here, we put our dollar sign and then the number after, not at the end. All right, so for those students who are writing it like that, please be corrected that the dollar sign comes before the number. All right, so yes, you are so right when you said that. It is $2,063. And for the persons who are not yet understanding how this is so, because if it is that one case of water costs $1,650 and a quarter case, because it's only six more want, and six more will represent a quarter case because half case is 12, so that means a quarter case is 6. Then six more, which is a quarter of this case, a quarter of $1,650 or $1,650 divided by 4 will give us $413 when rounded to the nearest dollar. When we add the amount we'll pay for 6 and the amount we'll pay for the one case of 24, we will get $2,063. Good job. Let us go to the bread. We started working on the bread. All right. All right. Yes, I know that some of you seem to have understand already and it's moving fast ahead of us, but there are other persons who need us to help them along the way. So let us all work as a team and we will work together so that nobody is left behind. All right. Well, not most, a lot of persons are left behind because if you're just joining, it is very possible that you'll miss out some stuff already. All right, now it says one bread has 12 slices and one bread costs $620. Right down here it says each child will get two triangular sandwiches. How many slices of bread will make two triangular sandwiches? How many slices of bread will make two triangular sandwiches? And I want you to write it in a sentence because we have been answering many questions so far. So if you don't write it in a sentence, I won't know what you're answering. All right, Mr. Beast Japan says 1, but I don't know what he's is answering to. Kaylee says 4. Carissa says 2. Okay, Carice and Cherie says 2 slices. Yes, 2 slices. I see first, okay, Tristan says 2 slices. Those number 1 and number 2, I don't know what you're answering to. You have to put slices if you're talking about the slices of bread. Yes, we're talking about 2 slices because in making one sandwich, we need to use 2 slices. And then when we cut it along its diagonal, we will end up with 2 triangular sandwiches. That means 2 slices is the same as 2 triangular sandwich. I'm going to just write that right here. Right up here just for note purposes so we can all remember. So it says that 2 slices is equal to 2, I'm going to put try for triangle, triangular sandwiches. All right, so since we know that 2 slices is the same as 2 triangular sandwiches, let us determine how many loaves of bread we will need to buy. All right, great. Yes, we need 2 slices. So let us talk about that part now. How many loaves of bread do we need for all the sandwiches we need? Okay, go ahead and do your calculations. And remember that this lesson, you can always come back on YouTube and watch it after we're done. How many loaves of bread do we need? Or maybe you should start thinking about it then. How many children can get from one loaf of bread? Okay. All right, so we need 5 loaves of bread because it would equal to 60 slices. One slice can also make 2 triangular slices, Amir saying. Okay, I want to see how many loaves of bread do we need. I see persons, uh, I click to a loaf. I'm not sure what that means. Yes, we have decided that 2 slices of bread is needed to make 2 triangular sandwiches. So we want to know how many loaves of bread. I see 5 loaves of bread by IMDNX. 5 loaves, Omari Neil. So tell us, how do you get 5 loaves of bread? How do you get 5 loaves of bread? We're talking about loaves now, and I see almost everyone saying 5 loaves of bread. How did you get that? You can either use an explanation to show, you can use an equation to show, whatever you wish. Go ahead and tell us, how did you get 5 loaves of bread? All right. Yes, I see 60 slices is equivalent to 5 loaves of bread. But how do we know? I mean, I don't know. There are many persons here who don't know. We need to hear your explanation to see if you are right. All right. So let us start working that out together. Now, it says that one bread has 12 slices. We need 2 slices to make 2 triangular sandwiches. And one child will get 2 triangular sandwiches. That means in one bread with 12 slices, it means that 2 slices is equal to one child. Let us think about it like that. Let's just think about it like slices. I'm going to write here. 2 slices is equal to one child. Let's think about it like that. So if 2 slices is equal to one child, it means that 4 slices is equal to 2 children. And it means then that 6 slices is equal to, and 8 slices is equal to, and 12 slices is equal to what? Let's look at this. Let's look at this that we're going with. I'm going to put it here. You can see if you see a pattern, you can work with that. 6 slices is equal to 3. 8 slices is equal to 4. Do you see a pattern anywhere here? Do you see anything that you can use to start solving, the question for those who are not yet understanding? Let's look at it. We want to know one loaf of bread. How many children can get their sandwiches from one loaf of bread? So now we have 12 slices, which is one bread. What do you notice from what I am doing here? Tell me what you notice. Because I'm looking here, one bread has 12 slices. We need to know how many children can get from that one bread. And if we know that, we can know how many, yes, 6 children, member public, 6 children can get from one bread. One bread is only good enough to make sandwiches for 6 children, because each child is getting 2 rectangular slices. And if you look at what we're doing here, because you are quite free, you're welcome. It is very good for you to use however you understand the problem. You can either draw, you can either write equations and look at the pattern, or you can do anything that makes you understand the question better. All right, so here I'm seeing persons saying yes, 6 children, and you are so right. Persons are saying they see a pattern. Definitely, because if you realize here, it means that the amount of slices that you have, it's half the number of slices you have, the number of children that can get sandwiches there. So here we're looking at the 2 slices of bread here for one child, 4 slices, 2 children, and so on and so forth. And from all of this, we have deduced that one bread with 12 slices is for 6 children. So if one bread is for 6 children, 2 loaves of bread is for how many children? And 3 loaves of bread is for how many children? And 4 loaves of bread is for how many children? And you can keep doing that until you get 30 children because we're catering for 30 children. Very good. So yes, for this we will definitely be needing 5 loaves of bread. I'm going to put this over here. Let me change the color so we can see it. I'm going to put it over here because we might need that information to help us to solve what Joe's. So we need 5 loaves of bread to make the sandwiches. If we need 5 loaves of bread, can you tell me how much it will cost then for bread? Go ahead, do your calculation. How much will we need to pay for bread here at Navy? Show your calculation in the chat. Show your calculation in the chat. We need 5 loaves of bread. Each loaf costs $420. Good job, Casey. She says that she noticed that whatever the number of children is being multiplied by 2. So the loaves and the slices and the children, they have a relationship. All right, so I see here Devashia James is saying, and also Denise Swaby, $420 multiplied by 5 is $2,100. Do you agree, students? Do you agree that we'll spend $2,100 for bread at Navy Superstore? Do you agree? Just say agree, disagree. There are persons, because if you agree or disagree, you would have already done your calculation. So you'll know if you agree or not. Yes, I see a lot of persons coming with it, like Marcia. I see Devashia. I see Cheyenne Smith. I see many persons. I see not Chloe. I see many persons doing their calculation, and I see a lot of persons agreeing that yes, we need to multiply $420, which is for one loaf of bread, by 5 to know how much we're gonna pay for 5 loaves of bread, and that is $2,100. Very good so far. Now, cheese, we only need one cheese, and the cost is there. And corned beef, we have one corned beef here, we have the cost, and one mayo, we have the cost. So we only need one cheese, one corned beef, one mayo. So there we have the cost for all of that. Now let us go to Joe's Shopping Center because we have done the calculations for Navy Superstore. But even before we go to Joe's Shopping Center, what about the total that we'll have here? Can you go ahead and tell me the total that we have? What is the total that we will spend at Navy's Superstore? So I'm definitely looking out for some answers and I want your answer in a sentence, guys. The total at Navy Superstore is, I want to see that because otherwise I won't know what you're answering to. Because persons are answering to questions based on how long it takes for them to hear what we're saying. So what's the total? How much will we spend in all at Navy Superstore? Navy Superstore. How much will we spend in all? All right, so Dante, I see you have a total amount for it is 5,023. I'm not really sure what you're answering to because remember, over by Navy Superstore, we're going to buy the cake, we're going to buy the juice them, the water them, the bread them, the cheese, the corned beef, and the mayo. So I need to see in total how much will we spend here. So I'm seeing a lot of calculations here in the chat. So at this point, I think what I need to do then, we need to do some calculations bit by bit. All right, so we calculate the vanilla cake, $6,200 plus the fruit juice cost $5,600 in all. And I'm just going to do it right here on the board because we all have different things working with. I'm going to do it right here. All right, 6,002 plus 5,600 plus 2,063 plus 2,100 plus $950 plus $430 plus $680. We're going to do our calculations together because I need everyone to be on the same page and we all calculating to get the same thing. So here, let's put our plus sign and draw a little line and we're going to do our calculations right here. Now 0, 0 plus 0 plus 0 plus 3 plus 0 plus 0 plus 0 plus 0 gives us 3. Then we have 0 plus 0 plus 6. That is 6 plus 0, which is still 6, plus 5, 11, plus 3, 14, plus 8, 22. So we put our two tens, or two hundreds. 2 plus 2, 4, plus 6, 10, plus 0, 10, plus 1, 11, plus 9, 20, plus 4, 24, plus 6, 30. That is 0 hundreds and 3 thousands. 3 plus 6, 9, plus 5, 14, plus 2, 16, plus 2, 18. I hope we're all following this calculation. So we end up with $18,023. And I hope that is what we all have come up with. $18,023 is the total. And if you have not gotten this, please go ahead and do your calculation to ensure that you have the correct thing. All right, so that is the amount we're spending over here at Navy Superstore. I see a lot of person in the chat with it, like Alex Gamer. I see an Aesthetic Ninja, Michaela. I see Debashir Jones. I see a lot of persons with the correct answer. Very good job. Very good job. Can we just move on now to Joe's Shopping Center? Now, we have done some calculations together over by Navy Superstore, and of course, we're going to continue to do them together over by Joe's. Now, it's one flat money for the vanilla cake over by Joe's. So we have one money right here because it's one cake. Same again, we have one cheese, one corned beef, one mayo. Now, for the fruit juices, remember we did some calculation to figure out how to calculate the fruit juices. Now here it says that we need one case, same as over by Navy Superstore. Only thing is that one case costs $1,150. So can you tell me then, with all that we have done over by Navies, can you tell me how much it will cost to buy the fruit juices that we need? First, remember again that we have 30 students coming to the party, and each child must get 2 boxes of juice. So each child getting 2 boxes of juice, and there are 30. How many juices do we need in all? Those are some things we have to think about. How many juices do we need in all? If two child of two if each child will get 2 boxes of juice and we have 30 children coming to the party. And when you have decided then how many juices we're going to need in all, it says one case has only 1 dozen in it. And we have done that calculation. All right, yes, Tyrese Barnes. Tyrese, you say you have a question. Go ahead and ask your question. Okay, so while I wait for the question from Tyrese, let's continue to talk about this. All right, so we have calculated before and we know that there are 60 juices. We'll need 60 juices for the 30 students because each child will get 2 boxes of juice. Cool, yes. And I see you guys coming in the chat and you're also concretizing that we need 60 boxes of juice. Great. Now one case only has 1 dozen juice. So how many do we need in all? How many cases will we need in all? And I know some of us, we have already done our calculation for the juices over by Navy Store, but for those who are joining, we all need to get the understanding. So yes, Cheyenne, we need 5 juices, and she says that it will be $5,750. So let's check that out. So we need 5 cases of juice. One case costs 1,150. So how much will it cost then for the juices over by Joe's Superstore? Let me see from everyone. Let me see everyone. All right, so let me see. How much will it cost for all the juice that we need over by Joe's? Yeah, we need 5 cases. So how much will it cost to buy those 5 cases? All right, I see Devashia 5,750. What will it cost to buy the 5 cases of juice over by Joe's Shopping Center? Okay, remember, public saying $5,750 and persons are agreeing. Okay. All right, remember we don't, that Tamika Anderson, remember our $sign goes in front of the number, not behind. So yes, you are so correct. We need 5,750 for the juice in all over by Joe's. Let me go ahead and just get this a little bigger. Good. So what about the water? What about the water? How much will it cost to buy water over by Joe's? Go ahead and do your calculation and post in the chat. How much will it cost to buy the water over by Joe's Shopping Center? Good, very good, guys. Yes, it will definitely cost $5,750 to buy the water, all the juice that we need over by Joe's. But what about the water? How much will it cost to buy all the water? All right. I'm seeing lots of different numbers coming in here, but I'm really not sure. What are we really answering to? How much for the water over by Joe's shopping center? All the water that we're going to need, how much for it? Hmm. All right, so let's think about this then, because I'm okay. I see Star Tashana saying 1200 for water. Let's think about it. Mr. B says $2,063, the same as Navy, but how can it be the same? Over by Navy, we have $1,650 for the case with 24 in it, while over by Joe's is $1,600 for the case with 24 in it. So how much will we pay for all the water over by Joe's? Now, if we need 1 1/4 case, one case is $1,600, and a quarter of $1,600 is what? And when we have done that, how much will it cost for all the water that we need over by Joe's? I see C Place saying $2,000 for the water. Explain to us. Tell us how you got that. Go ahead, guys. Explain to us in the chat. How did you get some of your answers? How did you get your answers? Camille says 2013 for 1 1/4 case of water. Go ahead and tell me how you work that out in the chat. Hmm. Now remember, if you're answering the for how much the water costs, your dollar sign is missing, and we need some either some calculation or an explanation. How did you get your answer? Face is $4,000 for water. I need to see some calculation. Okay, Devashi is saying 1,600 divided by 4 is 400. So you're saying a quarter of one case costs $400. So a quarter of one case, the one case costs $1,600. A quarter of that is $400. So how much for the 30 bottles of water? All right, Mr. B says 2,000. I think he means 2,000 because that's what he said before. Because the quarter of 1,600 is 4, and 4 plus 1,600 is 2,000. Not 4 right there, Mr. Beast. Not 4 plus 1,600 is 2,000. Say exactly what you're saying. All right, member public say $2,000. A quarter of $1,600 is 400. Where are we? Add it to 1,600 and we get $2,000. That is what I want to hear. So yes, if we add a quarter of $1,600, which is $400 to $1,600, the total we'll get for the water here is $2,000. Very good, boys and girls. I know that some of you understand, but we also need to learn how to explain our answers as well. Very good. Now, one bread has 12 slices, just like over by Navy Superstore, and it's $420 for a loaf of bread. So basically, we can say that at Joe's and at Navy's, the bread will cost the same amount, correct? Do you agree? The bread will cost the same amount. It's the same amount at two places. So do you think we'll have $2,100 for bread here at Joe's again? All right, all right. All right, very good. So now that we have done all the calculations for Joe's Shopping Center, can you tell me how much will we spend at Joe's in all for everything? Now, you can go ahead and do your calculation. I don't need to do it on the board like we did here. You know that we're going to buy a small vanilla cake. We're going to buy juices for 30 students, water for 30 students, bread, cheese, corned beef, and mayo. Go ahead and tell me how much will it cost to buy everything here over by Joe's Shopping Center. So put your answer in the chat. Total by Joe's Shopping Center equals, because I need to know exactly what you're talking about. need to look to see what we are all calculating here because I think we have missed out some of the things. Now remember the cake over by Joe's, $5,800. The fruit juices come to $5,750. The water them come to $2,000. The bread them come to $2,100. The cheese is $1,020. The corned beef is $440 and the mayo is $610. I'm not seeing that correct answer, but we're gonna do it together because the fact that I'm seeing different answers means that we need some assistance in solving this. So let us go ahead and put that right here. All right, let me get this in blue. All right, so let's go. $5,800 for the cake. For the juice, it's $5,750. For the water, all the water is $2,000. For the breads, the 5 loaves of bread, that is $2,100. For the cheese, that is $1,020. For the corned beef, that is $440. For the mayo, that is $610. Let's get this a little smaller so everything can hold. All right, so here we go. Let's go ahead and do our calculation. All right, so let's go ahead. 0 plus 0 plus 0. All these zeros give you a 0 here. 0 plus 5 plus 0, 0. Plus 2 is 7. Plus 4 is 11. Plus 1 is 12. So 2 tens, 100s. 1 plus 8 is 9. Plus 7, 16. Plus 0, 16. Plus 1, 17. Plus 0, 17. Plus 4, 21. Plus 6, 27. 700s and 2000s. 2 plus 5, 7. Plus 5, 12. Plus 2, 14. Plus 2, 16. Plus 1, 17. So here we have $17,720. So I hope that's the total that we all have gotten. The total over here is equal to $17,720. So clearly we can see which one is more economical than the other. So go ahead, which one is more economical than the other? I hope you all have done your calculations. If you have not done it correctly, go ahead and make your corrections before we move on. All right, so we have Navy Superstore, we have Joe's Shopping Center. Which one is more economical? Navy's Superstore or Joe's Shopping Center? All right. So Member Public says we should buy at Joe's Shopping Center. Gaming, Joe's Shopping Center. And I see everyone saying Joe's, and I totally agree with you. Go ahead and you can take your screenshot of this so at least you can have your workout left. And let us move on to our next part. All right, I will go ahead and clear all drawings. All right, so Miss Timmy needs help to calculate the number of pizzas to buy if each student will get 2 slices. Now, the best pizzas are sold at Jim's Pizzeria, and we know that. Well, I mean, we don't know any Jim's Pizzeria, but here, the best pizzas are sold at Jim's Pizzeria. Now, remember, how many students do we have? So that we need to think about that. And it says that each student will get 2 slices. So that means we need how many slices in all? If the small pizza has 4 slices and it costs $950, the medium pizza costs this and it's at 6 slices and it costs $1,400. The large pizza has 8 slices and it costs $1,950. Then let us decide how many of what pizza we're going to buy. And you first need to know how many slices of pizzas we need in all. And then we can go ahead and determine how many of which pizza there is. Now I see persons saying that they have missed the screenshot. No problem. You can always go back to the video and you can always take your screenshot after. This video will always be there for you to do at some other time. All right. So let's go ahead and tell me in the chat here, what pizzas can we really buy? If we're going to buy small, medium, large pizza, how many pizzas do we need in all? So I see Marcia Thomas saying 60 slices. Yes, we'll need 60 slices because definitely we know that the class has 30 students who will be coming, and if each child will get 2 slices, it means we'll say 2 multiplied by 30, as Mr. Beast Japan is saying, is equal to 60 slices. Definitely. So can you go ahead and tell me then, we need 60 slices. Which combination of pizzas are we going to buy? And based on your combination, how much will be spent on pizzas? All right, so I see, Aesthetic Ninja saying 8 plus 8 plus 8 plus 6 equals 30. But how many slices do we need? All right, Member Public says 7 large and 1 small. So 7 large will give us how many slices? Because you need to come and show us your calculation. 7 large will give us how many slices? Those kind of things I need to see you explaining. How many slices will be there? All right. All right, so Antoinette says large because it's big. But if you actually take a note of what is here, basically it is showing you that when the small pizza, it is small, but this you have less slices. Medium pizza, it is a little bigger, but it has more slices. It's cut up into more slices. That means each slice, the larger the pizza gets, you realize it's more slices in it. Simple means that what this place is really trying to do, and normally pizza companies trying to do, they try to get the slices similar in size. Now I need to see explanations. So I see someone had said that we'll have 7 large and 1 small, but I'm not sure if I saw any explanation here. All right. I see Panda Man saying 6 plus 6 plus 6 plus 6 plus 6 equals 30. Sean Bennett saying 7 large, 1 small. 56 slices plus 4 slices equals 60 slices. All right. Very good, Sean Bennett. So here, that is one combination that we can work with. Michaela says 10 medium is 60 slices. And she did her calculation. Now that is quite easy to think about because you know we can definitely, if we buy 10 medium with 6 slices, we'll definitely be getting 60 slices in all. So I want to go ahead and I want us to do at least one of the calculations here on board. So if we have, for especially for those who are not really getting it so far, so if we have 7 large slices, large pizza, that would be 7 times 8 slices here, and that will give us 56 slices, as Sean said. So this is 56 slices of pizza here, and we need 60. So we need 4 more, and 1 small gives us that. So 1 small, which is 1 times 4 slices. So 56 and 4 gives us 60 slices in all. So that is definitely a good combination. So with that combination, how much money will we spend? So we're just going to work on 2 of the calculations here. You can always work on yours, no problem. So tell me, if we buy 7 large and 1 small, how much money will we spend? Shanoy Fergus says small and large, yes. How much money? Okay, so I see member public saying $14,600. And that is very good. Very good. So yes, I have done my calculation and I totally agree with you. So yes, for that one, 7 large and 1 small, $14,600. So let us think of the other one. Let me see what other. Someone had said 10 medium. So 10 medium would be 10 times 6 slices, and that would definitely be giving us our 60 slices. So how much will that cost? 10 medium pizza will cost what? Okay, Renila Smith says 14,000. Member public, 14,000. Very good job, guys. Very good job. And of course, these are not the only combination. I know that persons have done some different combinations, and that is very good. Once, when you add up the total number of slices, you get 60 slices of pizza. Very good. All right. Oh, go ahead and take your screenshot if you need to here. Go ahead, take your screenshot if you need to. All right. Now we are at this question now, and it says the parents have bought 3 buckets with 36 pieces of wings for the party. After Miss Timmy takes 5 pieces for herself, how many pieces will each child get? Note that each child must get equal amount. So the parents, so the teacher and the students didn't have to throw no money and buying up wings. The parents have already donated or sponsored the chicken for them. They bought 3 buckets of wings, and each bucket had 36 pieces in it. So if it is that Miss Timmy, the teacher, takes 5 pieces for herself, no. If you realize, Miss Timmy not take none of pick them food, It's the first time Miss Timmy start to take some of the food. So Miss Timmy, she wants to take 5 pieces of the wings for herself. How many pieces will each child get if each child must get the same amount? So I'm looking for some calculations. Yes, Hanake, if we buy 10 medium pizza, none will be left. But if we also buy 7 large pizza and 1 small, no pizza will be left too, because exactly 60 slices of pizza. So that is the aim, for you to ensure that whatever combination you put together, whatever combination you decide on, no pizza is left over. You buy exactly 60. All right. All right, so 10 each child get. What does that mean? 1 is going to be left if you use 5. All right, so first we have 3 buckets of wings and 36 pieces in each bucket. How many pieces of wings do we have in all? Go ahead and think about that. Share in the chat. How many pieces of wings will we have in all if there are 3 buckets of wings and each bucket has 36 pieces? I need to see that in the chat because I'm seeing some response here and I'm not really sure if we are where we should be. All right, so I see Andrea Bernard saying 36, take away 36, take away 36 equals 105. No, I don't understand that math. All right, so let me see what's happening here. All right, so we will end soon. For those persons who are asking, we will end soon. But of course, if you do not end with us, the video will always be available for you to go back to at a later date. All right, so Marcia Thomas says 108 pieces of wings. Definitely. So if we have 36 pieces and 3 buckets, we just need to do what? Devashia says 36 times 3 gives us 108. Then she went ahead and she subtracted the 5 that the teacher will take from the 108, and that gives us 103 pieces of wings left. Then she says if we divide that 103 by 30, each child will get 3 pieces of wings. Yes, definitely so. But is that all the wings that was there? Is that all the wings? Or we have some leave over? Let's think about that. Will we have some leave over? How much will we have left over? Those are some things we need to think about. All right, member public. No, it's not all the wings. So how much we have left over? Some are left. Good mice is valid. Yes, some are left. Now, I see persons giving me decimal numbers here, but I mean, when we're buying wings, do we actually break the wing in different fractional parts to share it equally? Of course not. It's COVID time now. We are not going to be cutting up or breaking up no wings so that people getting piece of a wing. No, no, no. But if we do our calculation here, and I will definitely be doing that with you, Devashia went ahead and did a beautiful job with that. She said that 36 times 3 gives us the total number of wings that we have. That is 108 pieces of wings. I'm going to put PCS to represent pieces. All right. Now, from the 108 pieces, teacher took 5. So 108 take away 5. We're left with 103 pieces. I see your calculation in the chat and you're doing a pretty good job at it. But there are some persons who are not seeing and understanding what you're saying. All right, so we have 103 pieces left. With the 103 pieces, if it is that each child must get it equal, we have to divide that 108 by 30 to see how much each gonna get. 108 divided by 30, sorry, 103 divided by 30 gives us 3 pieces each. And how much leave over? 3 pieces each. But 3 pieces enough piece now because they're going to eat cake and eat pizza and everything. So 3 pieces are each child will get 3 pieces. And how much will be left over? Now let's think about this to know how much will be left over. So if each child 30 pitney and they get 3 pieces each, 3 times 30 will give us 90 pieces. So 3 times 30 will give us the 90 pieces, and we have 103 pieces. So 90 pieces from 103 pieces, let me just go ahead and write it here, will leave how many pieces? 13 pieces. I see you. Very good. We will have 13 pieces left. Yes, we have 13 pieces. Teacher can take the 13 pieces too. Or maybe, she can, I don't know, somebody can get that. But, if persons are in the class should get the same amount. Each person in the class will get 3 pieces each. And 13 pieces will be left over. All right. So here, the question had asked, let me clear this. How many pieces will each child get? So we have answered the question. Each child will get 3 pieces and there are 13 pieces left. Go ahead, take your screenshot and we can move on to our final question. All right, good. All right, all right. I see a lot of persons who are sharing their answer. 13 pieces left. Very good job. Very good job. Let us move on to our final question. All right, so now on the day of the party, it was discovered that the cake was a rectangular cake and it was 55 centimeters wide and 42 centimeters long. So basically, it's just telling us the size of the cake, the dimensions of the cake. Now, so that is what we have learned. Now, what is the total length around the cake? What if we wanted to put some more decorations or something? What is the total length around the cake? Go ahead and share with me in the chat. If we're supposed to use something and go around the cake totally, all the way around the cake, what would the total length be? Or the total distance, however you want to put it. All right. All right. Okay. Okay, so I see person saying 97 centimeters, and some saying just 97. I see my sis is saying total distance 194. I see a lot of 97 here, but I need to understand how did you get 97 and 97 what? How did you get 97? I'm asking for the total distance. I'm going around the cake, perhaps with some more icing or decoration. How did you get 97? Some person saying 87. Some saying 194 centimeters, 84 centimeters. Explain to me, what concept in mathematics are we trying to find now? And how did you get your answer? All right, now I see Delmar Williams talking about the diameter now. When we talk about diameter, guys, we're talking about the circle, but this is a rectangular cake. We talk about diameter when we're talking about going halfway across the circle, not here, and we're ensuring that we're going to the centerpiece. Here we're going around. All right, so Diva Cutie Destine says we're finding the perimeter. Pandaman says we're finding the perimeter. And in order to do that, we are going to add. What are we going to add? Show me some calculation in the chat, guys. Latoya Robinson says 55 plus 42 equals 97. While you are showing me some calculations in the chat, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to point out some things here. All right, so right here, the distance, it says the cake is 55 centimeters wide. So this is 55 centimeters. And if this length of the cake is 55 centimeters, I'm trusting that right here is also the same. It's a rectangular cake, right? Now it also said that it is 42 centimeters long. And if this length is 42 centimeters, it means that right here is also 42 centimeters. And if we know all of this, we should be able to find the total length or distance around the cake. Yes, we are going to try to find the perimeter because we're going around the cake completely. I see persons here showing me like aesthetic ninja say 55 centimeters plus 55 centimeters plus 42 centimeters plus 42 centimeters gives us 194 centimeters. Very good. That is what I am looking for. That is definitely what I am looking for. So yes, that would be the total length or distance around the cake. Now, if each child gets 1/30th of the cake, what size will it be in squared centimeter? What do you think we're finding out here so now? What concept do you think we're looking at now? Well, we're looking at more than one concept in one, but I need to see now if each child gets 1/30th of the cake, what size will it be in squared centimeter? And you're doing very well so far. All right. All right. So for what we're looking at here, all right, so we are looking at area. Very good, boys and girls. I see in the chat where persons are saying like Kashana Jones saying area and aesthetic ninja. And yes, Alibu 41 says fractions. We're definitely looking at that. Angela Cook saying area. We are looking at area and we're going to also look at fraction. Now, before we start to solve this, what's the first thing we must do before we are able to solve this question? What do you think we need to find out before we're able to solve this question? What size will it be in squared centimeters? What must we first do? What's the first thing we need to calculate? All right, some persons are saying adding. So yes, Michaela Hamilton. Michaela Hamilton has found the area of the entire cake. So to find the area of the cake, what will be the area of the entire cake? What is the area of the entire cake? 55 centimeters times 42 centimeters. Thank you, Haneke Swaby. That is how we will find the area of the entire cake. So what will the area be? Go ahead and see what you guys have. What will the area of the entire cake be? So 55. All right. I see person sharing area of cake is equal to 55 centimeters times 42 centimeters. All right. So that will be equal to 55 times 42, guys, is what? All right. I see Janelle saying 2,310 centimeters square. Devashia thinks the same thing. So that is 2,000. Let me see what you guys have. 310 centimeters. And let us go ahead and put our little square there. Square. Very good. So first we need to find the area of the whole cake, the area of the entire cake. Now that we have found the area of the entire cake, can you tell me if it says if each child gets 1/30th of the cake, what will the size be? So we need to find what? Can you write an equation or write an expression in the chat to tell me how we're going to find out what size of the cake each child will get in squared centimeters? Go ahead and write an expression in the chat to show me that. Before you solve, show me, write an expression. How are we going to figure this out? Okay. Very good, Kaylee Cummins. Very good. Kash Kunta. All right. Very good, Faith. Very good. Okay. I see person saying a third of 30 over 1. Is that really so? I see Michaela Hamilton saying 1/30th times 2,310 over 1. Oh, and okay, Jayla Marie says 1/30th of 2,310. And you are so right. We're going to find 1/30. So I'm going to go ahead and write these things here. 1/30th of, and you know in maths when we say of we really mean multiply. It's the same thing, of 2,310. And to make this a fraction, we just need to write it over 1. See lots of persons doing that in the chat. And also we could divide, very good, very good, Devashia. We could divide 2,310 by 30. Very good. So when you have done your calculation, all of you go ahead and do your calculation here and tell me what you get. And remember, our answer must be in square centimeters. So go ahead and give us your answer in square centimeters. All right, good job, Jayla Marie Thompson. She says 77 square centimeter. Let me see what the others are saying. Our answer cannot just be 77. I need to see units, units. If there are no units, our answer cannot be correct. C Plays says he or she got 77 square centimeters. Very good. Salim and Sage, 77 centimeters square. Good. All right. 77 square centimeters. Star Tashana Gordon. Very good. Very good, guys. Hannah K. I see everybody coming in. Zoriana, Tamika, Marquez. Marquez, you have left out your square unit. It cannot just be 77 centimeters. It's 77 square centimeters. So it says, what size will it be if each child gets 1/30th of the cake? And so your answer is 77 square centimeter. Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant. Very good. All right. Go ahead, take your screenshot. For those who weren't able to write everything or so in all, just go ahead and take your screenshot. Ensure you have screenshot and promise me that you will all transfer this to a book that you have, so whenever you're closer to your exam time, you have this to look back on. Good, Yannick. Very good. Very good, Tyrese Barnes. And I see the answers still coming in. Very good. All right. All right, so I've trust that you would have taken your screenshot. And now that we are at the end of our session, I want you to ensure that you leave a feedback. I'm going to share a link in the chat for you to leave a feedback. I need to know how this session was for you. So at least I know how to prepare sessions in the future for you. Now, go ahead, and if you have another device, you can open your camera, and you can put it over this QR code, and it will take you straight to the sheet for you to hold on. It will take you straight to the sheet for you to leave a feedback. So here in the chat, just click on that link and go ahead and share your feedback with us. All right. All right. So yes, we are definitely at the end. And I hope that you all have learned something. I hope you enjoyed the session. And all right, definitely. This is definitely one of our very first sessions, and so of course we'll be taking it by strides. As we get closer to the exam, we will be a little more, what should I say? The task will get a little more difficult. So we have to start from easier task until we get to the more difficult task. In the meantime, go ahead, continue continue your uh, your own studies, your own exercises, and all those things. Go ahead and try as many performance tasks as you can, and any other critical thinking questions. I will see you next week Saturday at the same time, hopefully. So ensure that you have subscribed. If you're not, you won't be able to know when we come on live. So I will see you next week. Bye bye.